Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 62.
It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Throwing on first down. Richmond throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Richmond out of the backfield, complete to Farrow. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Richmond. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, Richmond, quick slant, brought by Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Back to throw. Richmond. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Panther football to start quarter number 2. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going up top. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
as we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richmond. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards in this one. Losing yardage to a 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Back to throw. Richmond. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game.
Yeah, he talking about Joe and they talking about Smokey Robinson. Oh, man. It's a full moon.
It's a full moon. But this has been good. And this is now a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
Leap, and he will make the catch. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
Now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who throw it.
Please, I'm sorry. Here.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's going to let it go again.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, Richmond. That caught by Trimble. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richmond. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson. 52 yards. And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. After the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A final shot before break. Richmond. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea. Yeah. And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. It's a good game. 1st and goal.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Richmond. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big pickup of 38.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 38 yards. And the Steelers will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. If you spread people out and decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw on 3rd down, Richmond. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Take it in at the 22. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris and make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the gun on 3rd down, Richmond. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And off the deflection, it's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
On 3rd down, Richmond. Touchdown! That's caught. DJ. From 21. Yards away. And the Panthers get a small measure of as they cut into this 4th quarter depth.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work. day. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look at each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
No, right?
Well, that challenge is a successful one.
Man, you ain't get past that.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 21 and 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, he stays out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Brown tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least, you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Richmond, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Richmond. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Richmond over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down. Richmond. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. This doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 50 yards. And the Steelers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. And that NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
They got his man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
He called him today. He said he didn't want them to fight each other, so they can get this one over.
On 1st and 10, Richmond. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. That has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
mean, when you talk about, you know, detox and treatment, I think in 2013 you spoke about the Southside Chicago hospital closing, and you actually called it genocide when they closed that hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, did they ultimately close that hospital?
No, they left Rose in the hospital open. You know, they left it open. You know, we went out there and protested. You know, to let them know because as y'all closing the hospital, seeing how these people gonna get medical assistance. But what they did, they took a lot of stuff out of there. Where like you go to Roseland, I think that
But I don't know what's the process for approving. Yeah. If you don't approve it, I'm not gonna get any either. So I'm gonna send it right now. As soon as our thing is done. So do you need to take the picture with our faces? Faces over here. Yeah.
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. On first down, Rice. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Off the play fake, Rice. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Looking to throw, Rice. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
To throw now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the 2nd half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. First down. Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walsh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now here's a carry heading left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Norton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. But here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A good pick up there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try again, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a fourth down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Davis now to return it. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
And this one,
no, are you kidding me?
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete.
Jamar Chase,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that trims the lead down to 9.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Returnable here for Davis.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and 2 more.
I couldn't do nothing when he was out here because I needed the table.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought...
A leap and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath, but nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 27, Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
A leap, and he will make the catch. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On third down, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it. This many times on 4th down, I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally get... And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking
first downs. Why they can't catch?
Theme there playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to take another shot here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
A flag, yo. A flag.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
That's what I'm looking
Good
for.
chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon.
I don't care, yo. I'm going again.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try to run it here. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Now Burrow on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Norton. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man complete. It's Walsh. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. To the air again, Burrow. For Kidder here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down at 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recovering. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50. 30. 10.
Right
5,
down
and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount.
come out here with your clothes hanging down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come out here like that. Your whole butt is out. In the back. Go somewhere. Go somewhere. Go somewhere. I don't care where you are. Go somewhere. Don't come over here. I'm busy. I'm using this table. So don't come over here. Don't come over here. I know I am. You're one little trip. I know it. Ah, God.
the league.